What problems do you hide from your girlfriend/so? I mean, I don't think it's wrong per se, unless you'd be mad if she did the same thing. But I don't think it's healthy. And if I was sharing every part of myself, and my partner wasn't sharing major parts of themselves. Right or wrong, yeah, I'd be mad. That being said, yeah, I don't share everything. Interests I don't think are productive for either side to share, or too much detail on past escapades. Things that there's a track record of girls not getting, or misusing. Stuff like that. Problems, I think I mostly tend to share. I might take a day or two to absorb it myself first though. I would tell her, and soon. You say she's supportive and would understand, so it doesn't sound like she'll judge you and or be materialistic enough to break up with you for not having a job. These things happen and it sounds like she'll get that. But if you don't tell her and she finds out in 6 months' time that you lost your job and have been lying to her about going to work, or that you've now got a new job and she had no idea, that's a betrayal and she may not trust you as much in future. If you can hide losing your job from her, what else could you hide? Cheating? An addiction? A criminal record? It's not worth it, man. If you love her and trust her, just be open. Good luck. What problems do I hide from myself? That I love to get massages, and most end very happily. In your case, you should just open up to her and let her know what's going on. She deserves to know, and if she finds out that you've been holding back from telling her, it will cause trust issues, especially since she will definitely find out. My GF I don't hide anything from. My wife I hide quite a bit from though. She's really touchy about stuff. Edit, I should add on a more serious note, eventually you will have to tell her. You have some wiggle room to justify why you haven't told her yet, but the longer that goes on the harder it will be. I suggest no longer than a month really. But the bottom line is you will have to tell her. Unless you just pretend you still work there forever, I guess. Or you break up. Other than that she will find out eventually, lol. I quit my job several months ago. I haven't told my aunt or my cousin. They are my only family I have. They have a lot on their plate and I don't want them to worry about me or add more weight to their plate. They have been my rock and I want to be their rock. I don't lie about being employed. I simply avoid the subject and they never question or asked about my work even when I was employed. But in your situation, you need to tell your GF you lost your job. What's a fun thing to do when you're drunk and alone? Face masks, and just general skincare/self-care. Or blast some music and dance around in your underwear. Honestly, I don't drink very much, but I absolutely love getting a little tipsy to the point where I'm feeling it, and I will either binge watch a show and eat some cheap noodles, or I play online games where I have to try hard to think rationally. It ends up being a little hectic switching between trolling everyone and actually solving things, but it's so much fun. Shop. I usually have 1 or 2 things in my cart that I can't seem to make myself buy for myself, sometimes because it's pricey. But if I'm drunk it's mine now. Then a few days later it arrives and I'm usually happy. I've never been drunk and alone simultaneously, but I guess I would dance around to opera and sing along with it. Painting definitely, or playing with clay is a second, but getting out some paints or charcoals and just being super loose is such a fun time. Put on music then go to sleep. I swear sleeping when you're lightly buzzed is the best kind of sleep. Going on Tumblr and online shopping for things I want, but have been holding back on for no apparent reason. I have a craft room that is ridiculously overstuffed and I love to craft when drunk. I don't drink often, just a few times a year, and getting drunk happens even less, but it's great fun with hilarious results. I clean. Tipsy cleaning is my favorite. If not that, then trashy TV. Naked Attraction is incredible. I play Rock Band or Guitar Hero. I play on a higher level than normal and try to beat it. I laugh my ass off when I fail after less than 30 seconds. I usually have a blast cause it's so stupid I'll finally put it on easy so I can beat a song. I am not a functional drunk. I cannot comprehend how someone can drink alcohol and do anything because I just get really tired and can't walk or talk well at all. So if I'm drinking I usually like to just lay somewhere and listen to music. I paint something. I don't care how bad it looks as long as I'm having fun. Then I can laugh at it later when I'm sober. Take out my toys and go to town with them, while blasting on loud music, drunk call my friends, or an ex. I like to turn the music up and clean my house. Sounds strange but I dance around and have fun and wake up to a clean house. Oh heck, I must be weird. I sit in THR dark on my couch, drinking my drinks, just staring at a wall. What have you been most proud of learning lately? Changing the air and cabin filters in my car, thanks to Dad. How do I? On YouTube, car stuff intimidates me and it's not the how, it's the where to fuke do I go / who do I ask? Accessing a resource of information. I've asked my brother and he has no interest to teach or accompany me to the mechanic so that I don't get hoodwinked. It's no secret that women are more likely to get upsold at the mechanic than men. If I can learn to do something on my car, right, I'm proud of it. Being more assertive and stop people trying to take advantage of my kindness. It's said in the last 2 years I've matured a lot about it and has been really positive for my life-work balance. Edit, grammar. Not sure if this counts, but I finally humbled myself, I guess, and took a class on how to do better at the ACT/SAT tests. The math tips blew my mind. So much more confident now. Worked with a nutritionist and finally started to actually understand how to eat. I'm 61. She was amazing. I hit my general health target a few weeks ago. My husband and I have been working on this together. It is crazy how much we didn't know about. This has made a huge positive impact and I'm really proud that I finally admitted I didn't know WTF I was doing. I now have tools and knowledge to help approach food more rationally. Walking away from people who were harming me. I'm learning how cars work and what is a transmission, clutch, crankshaft, camshaft, connecting rod, rocker arm and timing belt. I feel like I've become part of Cool Club now that I have car knowledge. I'm also learning about electronic circuits, simple mechanical operations and applied physics. Not for my personal pleasure, though. I'm studying for the ASVAB. Excel. I avoided it like the plague. But, my current employer, I started out as a temp. I eventually landed in accounting, where I'm at now as a full-time employee, and my supervisor showed me a little here and a little there. Now, I don't even use my calculator, I open up a spreadsheet. It's actually a pretty significant achievement for me. Learning to put boundaries. I've been learning Dutch for the last couple of weeks. I've always been someone that has zero hobbies, and it's a good feeling now that I have one. I'm currently wanting to try out other things. Maybe sewing and knitting? French. I'm majoring in French and it still surprises me that I'm actually understanding the grammar part of it and finally being able to build my own simple sentences. What's the life lesson you have learned from your work? Don't burn bridges. People you dislike you might encounter later in life and maybe you'll even get along. Everything is negotiable. Life is messy and very rarely things progress linearly according to plan. Being flexible and adapting to the situation is as important as having solid plans and strategy in place. People respond to incentives. To convince someone of something, you have to find out what motivates them and what they value. Then you have to connect the dots between what you want and what they want. Leave when isn't worth staying for and don't be the last one off a sinking ship. Putting futile effort into a lost cause is not heroic. Yes, fight battles worth fighting. But know when to cut your losses and move on. Not standing up for yourself and kowtowing to rude management is appeasement for them to walk all over you. Realizing how badly I was being treated at work in my second job made me grow a spine and take myself seriously. Your attitude really does matter. In my most recent field job, I got frustrated hiking over mountains, sharp colluvium, and steep slopes in hot weather. I wanted to quit early on, but I needed the job, and realized that the only way out was through. It was a reminder of the mental resilience one needs in life. I stuck it out, and got paid overtime with a big paycheck for 12 days straight of work. Don't trust your coworkers. Don't make enemies. Doesn't mean allow BS, but maintain a certain level of composure. It will help in the end. The money isn't always worth it. Take your PTO. Don't assume. Ask clarifying questions and provide excess details. Document everything possible. If it isn't documented, it didn't happen. Excessive good work is rewarded with more work, not more reward. Stay chill, it's just a job. The company will be fine and doesn't care about you. Don't lose sleep or stress over it. Look incompetently passable as possible. That way coworkers or PPL will leave you alone but they can't get you in trouble or fire you because you still do your own job assigned to you decently enough. I used to work at a restaurant that served various types of burgers. People would always complain/make a scene about their burgers or the service. When I first started I would get very stressed/bothered when people would complain and insult the staff over food. One day I realized that these people were literally complaining and insulting people over burgers. I learned quickly what to let bother me and what to not. Don't stress about burgers, at the end of the day it doesn't matter. They get at so for being an in your dream? No, but my so gets mad at me for stuff I do in her dreams. No, because I am an adult. My friend has done this, which is incredibly illogical and immature behavior on her part. Yes, not often but apparently I wake up very hostile with him at times because of what he did in my dreams. Ah yes, the cheating nightmare. I don't personally, but I've woken up before and my partner is fuming at me for no reason. I've spent all morning asking what's wrong and trying to think what I might have done. And it turns out she had a dream that I'd cheated on her or something. I'm one of those people that has very vivid dreams. A lot of the time I can sleep for 9 hours but still not be well rested because my dreams are too vivid and too real and quiet. I still feel like I'm awake, except in my dreams. Gets weird and strange things happen which wouldn't normally happen in the real world. There have been many mornings when I wake up very affected by my dreams the night before, and while I don't hold it against my husband, or whoever it is, it still very much affects my mood for the rest of the day. I get quiet when I'm upset and just sort of get reclusive, but I don't make a big deal about it or get mad at anyone.